Kendra's here. Hey Kendra. Hey Lynn. Michelle Myers. All right. Pauline's here. Tawny is here. All right. Looks like we are ready to roll. Let me see if I can get my camera to be moved back a tiny bit more. Let me see. There we go. So all my words are not covering my face. All right. So how is everybody tonight? Welcome to Magic Beans. Hey, Pamela. I think that tonight's topic is going to be good because it'll be a good refresher for me. Ooh, who said that I play with my hair all the time? Was that you, Kendra? Somebody was saying something about that the other day. Yes, indeed. I do play with my hair because I'm looking at myself. There's nothing else to look at. So if you've never done Facebook Live before, you're literally staring at yourself. So it's a lot like looking in the mirror. And so you're very tempted to fix your clothing and hair. That's a girl thing, I suppose. Okay, so my name is Deanna Nichols. I'm a doTERRA Blue Diamond. And if you don't know, we have a weekly event every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It's Essential Oils Are Not Magic Beans. They may seem like it because they're pretty cool, but they're not magic beans. However, they do a lot of cool stuff. And they work the best if you use them daily. Daily. So you don't wait until there's something wrong with you to use essential oils, just like you wouldn't wait until you were going to die of starvation to eat food, or die of like scurvy before you went out in the sun, or dehydration before you drank water. These are just basic everyday things. Thank you, Carolyn. You're so kind. So it's the same thing with essential oils. Yes, it's hard not to play with your hair because you're just like, ooh, if I could just move this piece a little bit over this way and this piece right here, that would be like... And so it's hard not to do. Yes, Angela, you do. You always play with your bangs on your Facebook Lives. But when you use essential oils every day, you are going to just be generally healthier because essential oils are protective for your cells. They are high in antioxidants, which kind of makes them protective to your cells. They help your body. Excuse me, I'm still getting over a little bit of a respiratory mess. They help your body to get rid of toxins better. What else? Oh, they improve your mood. Yes. Because they have a fragrance. So vitamins are cool, food is cool, but essential oils have a fragrance, and that fragrance has a job. When you inhale an essential oil, which we should all be doing daily, I'm going to pull one of my favorite ones out. Rose. Yum, yum. When you inhale an essential oil, it gets in your brain super quick, in like 30 seconds, and it actually influences the amygdala, which is the section in your brain that has to do with your emotions. And it doesn't erase the bad things that are happening, but it helps you make better responses to those things. And so that's really good. And so there's like, everybody wants to be calm and happy and uplifted and live a happy life. And so essential oils are going to help you do that when you use them regularly. Okay, so we're going to talk about little steps that we can do. Hey Prabodh, it's good to see you. We're going to talk about little steps that we can take every day so that we can be at our healthiest, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to talk to you about is a couple of my favorite daily health habits, and then I'm going to go into some of the basics that if you're kind of new, or if you've been sort of laxing, is that a word? Laxing. You've been laxing, slacking off on using your oils and you just kind of want to get a fresh start. We're going to give you some simple steps to do with the top 10 basic oils. Now, since I've got some viewers now, I want to say that if you are a first-time guest, you've never been to Magic Beans before, and you are not a doTERRA member, then please comment. I'm going to have my assistant reach out to you tomorrow through private message and help you to get a free ebook on how to have daily health habits with doTERRA. It's a very nice ebook. It's going to help you to get started on the right track. And then everybody who is a first-time guest and not a doTERRA member will be entered into a drawing for a free roller bottle remedy made by yours truly. And they're lots of fun. They have lots of cute little names. We have some for emotional wellness. We have some for hormones. and you will really enjoy your free gift from us. And so make sure you comment. Here's how you enter. Pay attention. Here's how you enter. You say, I am a guest of, and then you tag with the little @ symbol, tag your inviter, so that your inviter can find you and make little chats and comments to you while you're here and say hi. But also so that we know for sure you're a guest, and we'll contact you to let you know if you won, and we'll contact every guest on how you can get that ebook. I'm so sorry. I'm going to try not to do that too much during our talk today. So real quick, we're going to talk about some stuff that's not top 10 oils and how you can use them daily to stay at your peak wellness. One of my most favorite things to do every day is to use Clary Calm. Clary Calm is not just for women, even though it's called the monthly blend for women. Everybody has hormones, and we all need to keep them in balance. There's lots of stuff out there in the world that's messing around with our hormones. Synthetic fragrances, junky essential oils. Probode's on here. He can tell you about how that happens. Lots of synthetic things. They're hormone disruptors, not good. There's hormones injected into a lot of food. Eggs, dairy, meats. It's really a scary world. Antibacterial products, so bad for hormones. Fabric softener. I can't even say fabric softener. I hate it so much. Lots and lots of things. Medications, plastics. And so we all need help with our hormones to be in balance. When our hormones are out of balance, it affects lots of stuff. Your skin, your metabolism, your sexual performance, your fertility, your mood. It's like it affects everything. And so Clary Calm, especially for women, it's going to help you to not hate that time of the month. It really is. And if you don't have it anymore, it's still going to help you transition through different times in your life of when hormones are changing. So use Clary Calm, roll it on. It's just as much for you as it is for everyone around you. Okay? That's a good daily health habit. Another important daily health habit is balance. It's the grounding blend. I always say that I use balance for the safety of others, because it just helps me to have a proportionate response to stress, rather than overreacting. Now, I know it's hard to believe that one such as I would ever overreact, but it happens when I forget to use my balance. And so how we do this is every day when we wake up in the morning, we all put our balance on, so that we will like each other later on in the day when things are more stressful, okay? And I prefer to take it and put it on my wrists, rub my wrists together. That way I can smell it later. I also have this diffuser bracelet, and it's got some lava rocks. That way I can smell it. And the oils in balance are pretty long lasting, so putting it on in the morning and then again at night is really good to just help things to stay in balance, my emotions to stay in balance, help me to kind of be in the present moment, not get so stressed about stuff that is coming up in front of me or things behind me. It just brings me right here to where I am, lets me enjoy my life. That's a good one. Kind of a newer oil that we have, fantastic oil, Copaiba. Copaiba helps me to feel very calm and relaxed, and I'm not a naturally calm, relaxed person. So it really does help me. How I prefer to take Copaiba is I like to take it under my tongue, like this. Once again, I missed. It was so funny. I did that on video the other day, and I was being sarcastic, and I said, watch very carefully, because only professionals should attempt to do this. And then I got it all over my face, kind of like I just did. I'm obviously having some issue with my orifice reducer. I don't know what's going on. But I even recently started using the Copaiba under my 4-year-old's tongue, 1 drop. He struggles with sensory stuff, and he's old enough now that he can tell us. So my rule is, don't put an oil under somebody else's tongue unless they told you they want it. Otherwise, they're not giving you consent. So you can use the essential oils topically, still get excellent results. But we wanted him to get the full benefit of the oil without having a lot of evaporation. He really needs this oil and responds well to it with his sensory needs. So we decided to ask him if he was okay with it, and he let us try it, and now he asks for it, and he's cool with it. It really has a very mild taste, and the benefits really are good for him and for his mom. So we use that every day. It's great for hormone support, also great for liver support. So it's just a really important oil, and a lot of people are finding that it just really helps them with discomfort in their body as well. So I would say that would be a really good daily health habit. Okay. I would be very remiss if I did not mention the Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is 3 of our supplements, and you really can't have optimal health if you don't have optimal nutrition. I mean, you can use all the essential oils in the world, but you still have to eat healthy food. And unfortunately, especially here in the US, our food is really not what it should be, and we're not able to get the full nutrition even if we were eating really well, which most of us probably are not. Okay? Hey Ruth. Hey Kelly. And so it really helps to have a very high quality vitamin and supplement, and this has your ABC vitamins in there. They come from food sources. They're nutritionally like available to your body. They're not just going to kind of sit in your gut and pass through your colon and waste your money. There's also one that's got your fish oils, your essential oils in it. Even if somebody had a really high quality vitamin and supplement like doTERRA has, they still do not have the world's best essential oils in them. So that is definitely a really nice benefit. And then our other, the third supplement is for cellular health. You want your healthy cells to keep regenerating and making more of them. And frankincense essential oil is very important, but also the extract from frankincense is extremely important for cellular health, and you're going to get that in your Alpha CRS, which is the third one in that group. That is our #1 best-selling product, believe it or not. It's not an essential oil, has some essential oils in it, but it is our #1 best-selling product because we want you to have a great foundation for your health. And I have found that when I use that every day, I tend to sleep better, I have more energy, I don't have as much discomfort to where I have to take the oils as often for problems. Most of the oil usage that I have now is just daily stuff to help me to have kind of optimal wellness. When I first started using essential oils in 2011, that was not the case. I had struggled with wellness for about 20 years, and so I didn't have that baseline. Now that I have that really good baseline with healthy nutrition, supplementing with those Lifelong Vitality Pack, and using some of core oils every day, I really don't have to use oils for, you know, like emergency type things as much. Okay, so let's talk about the top 10 now, because every home should have these top 10 oils. I feel like if something does come up that's kind of like an emergency, when I say an emergency, I just mean like out of the blue, you wake up in the morning and you just don't feel right, or you drop a can of beans on your toe, or you grab something that's too hot, you get stung by a bee, you stub your toe, you twist your knee, any of those things that can happen that are just unexpected. So when life hands you the unexpected, essential oils can be your first line of defense for that. So if you, let's say you woke up like I did about 2 weeks ago, and I had some respiratory mess going on, you've got Breathe to help open your airways. That's kind of like for life's unexpected moments. You twist your ankle, twist your knee, you've got your Deep Blue. You have a sudden bout of stomach cramping just out of the blue. Something you ate didn't agree with you. You're in the car and you feel like the motion of the car is not agreeing with you. Digest Zen, okay? Also waking up not feeling well, having maybe a sore tooth, you need, before you can get to the dentist and have him look at it, maybe a sore scratchy throat, On Guard, okay? Also great for bites and stings in an emergency, like when you're out in the woods and get stung by a giant spider. That happened to me, and all I had in my car was On Guard, and it really helped to take some of that burning and stinging out of that spider bite. Lemon. Lemon is one that I actually used for an emergency right before this event. I had just something on my face that just started bleeding, and it wouldn't stop bleeding, and I'm like, I have to go on camera. And so I just took a little lemon and dabbed it on, and it can stop like a minor bleed in a pinch. It's also great to help purify water if you don't have like the best water on hand. Maybe you're camping or something like that. It's going to help with that, so you can always add that to your water. Lavender is a really good one to have with you all the time. Lavender helps to calm people down when they're stressed. So let's say you came upon somebody that had just gotten injured. My husband saw an elderly lady take a major fall in the parking lot at Disney World, and he was able to help just to get her calm with lavender. And lavender is also soothing for abrasions and burns and scrapes and bug bites and itchiness and sunburn and headaches and everything under the sun, literally. So lavender's like your Swiss Army knife, so you definitely want to have that on hand. Melaleuca is going to be really good as like an antiseptic if you have a wound that you can cleanse it. Also good to help repel insects in a pinch. We have a great one called TerraShield that's got a blend of all kinds of stuff, but this is a good one that you'll have in your top 10 oils. Peppermint is good for cooling down your body if you're overheated, whether you're out in the sun and you just got too much sun or heat, or if you maybe your body temperature is just up, like, you know, or you have a hot flash out of the blue. Somebody's asking, where would you put it to calm a person? So a great answer to that question is, when you're affecting emotions, you want them to inhale it first. So I would even hold the bottle here, put some on my hands, and hold my hands kind of here. Now don't cover their face. That's not cool, but just right here so they can smell it. And then maybe if you know for sure that it's a gentle oil, you can put it on the back of their neck, on their chest. Really, if you don't know where to put an essential oil, the safest place, in my opinion, to put an oil is on the bottoms of their feet, because if you're not 100% sure that it's an oil that's not going to irritate their skin, then the feet are always a safe place. Another way to go is if you have the touch rollers. I really like these. These are good for beginners or people that just have kids. I don't have to think about what I'm pulling out of here. I can just roll it on my kid anywhere, and it's already diluted with fractionated coconut oil. So I feel really confident as a mom, and especially if I didn't know a ton about the oils yet, I would feel really, really safe with these. So I actually carry these with me everywhere. I carry these top 10 oils. They're all in here in rollers, except for lemon, because you don't really use that one topically too much. So those are all in here. And then I also travel with another roller kit that has the emotions oils in here. So these can be really good in all kinds of situations to just calm you down. Kendra was telling me today that something happened to her last night, and she just was just inhaling her pee. And I'm using 2 hands. Maybe you were inhaling 2 bottles of peace. That's what I'm picturing from your story. Really stressful thing happened, and she just was inhaling her peace oil to just kind of bring her down. And so with kids and adults and just humans and in general, it's good to have those 2 sets of oils on you. And I find the rollers are super convenient. The last 2, frankincense. Frankincense is good. Like if somebody hits their head, I always put frankincense on it immediately. Frankincense is just really good for anything that has to do with the brain, the head, a normal inflammatory response. It's good for to help with pain and discomfort. It's also good for tissue. So it's another one like lavender that will help calm tissue on the body. Frankincense is just a really important one to have around. And it's like, if you don't know what else to do, put frankincense and lavender on it and you're good. I'm serious. Like, it would be way better than nothing. And then the last one, excuse me so much, is oregano. And that one, I kind of use it for like really bad cooties, okay? So like if something really hits me hard, then I will get myself, and I'm trying to see if I have some here. I should. I don't know where they've gone to. But little veggie caps, I put a couple drops in there because this is a super, super hot oil, and you would never want to try to put that under your tongue or in water. That's just not cool. You'll be very unhappy if you do that. So in a capsule, but that's something that I take with me all the time when I travel, because if I get like a really icky bug, I want to get rid of it and get it out of there. I definitely use oregano. So those are like your emergency reasons. But what about like if you just want to be at your optimal wellness and you want to stay super healthy? What would you use those 10 oils for? Oh my goodness. So I told you like some non-top 10 oils that we use every day, like Balance, Copaiba, Clary Calm. I definitely use Forgive and Peace. Those 2 of the emotional rollers, we all put those on because Forgive really influences all kinds of emotions. And we just put it right over the emotion center of the body, over the heart. Kelly doTERRA sells veggie caps. It's like $5 for a bottle, and I mean, it takes forever to go through them unless you just really like to take oils in a capsule. And so it's just a good thing to have around because you never know when you want to put an oil in a capsule that you don't want to taste, kind of like oregano or lemongrass. But Forgive, we just start our day out because we want to, we want to like each other by the end of the day. So we start and end our day with Forgive, and we put that over the heart. We start and end our day with Peace. We like to put that on the throat. Just to help us to choose our words carefully, communicate peacefully and kindly to one another in our home. And so those are some health habits, but let's go to the top 10. What would you use here? I would say numero uno, every single person should be drinking lemon in their water. If you know anything about my story, you know that lemon was a huge part of allowing me to be at optimal wellness. How I like to use my lemon is I drink it in my water. I started 6.5 years ago drinking a drop of lemon in every 8 ounces of water, and you notice that it's in a glass container, not plastic, okay? Lemon is a very important oil. It helps our bodies to process toxins through our liver and kidneys. It helps to keep new toxins from accumulating, and we cannot control the toxins. We just can't. Like, we can control some of them. I mean, we cannot eat, junk food, but we can't control the stuff in the air and water and in all of our food. We just are not in control of that. And so your body can get overwhelmed, and this helps to process those things. This is very supportive to the pancreas, very supportive to the digestive system. It's very uplifting. I notice a great improvement in my hair and skin. You should have seen me 6.5 years ago. I would have never wanted to be on camera with the way that I struggled with my hair and skin. So, this is just a really important daily health habit. I think when you're getting rid of toxins more and your body's processing them better, you tend to feel better and feel like you have more energy. And you tend to drink more water because your water tastes good and you're craving the water. So that's a really important daily health habit that anybody can start now. I would say take your body weight, divide it in half. That's how many ounces of water you want to try to drink. We're not cookie cutters. We're all different. We're all different sizes and shapes. And so we don't all need 8 glasses of water a day. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard in my life. Well, not the silliest, but it's awfully silly. And so we need to base that on our size. And then make sure you've got a glass or stainless steel container. And then add 1 drop for every 8 ounces of water. I'm going to take a drink right now. Lemon's very soothing to the throat as well. And so if you're talking a lot, like maybe at work or whatever, it's a really good idea to add lemon to your water if you're a singer, any of those things. That's a great daily health habit. Another important daily health habit, I start and end my day every single day by taking frankincense under my tongue. I'm pretty sure I won't miss when I do the frankincense. I try to do 2 drops in the morning and 2 drops at night. It's very important for the brain. The brain is what controls all the messages to my body. And one of the things in the brain that has a huge influence is the pituitary gland, which tells my body what hormones to make and how much of what I need. And I want my hormones to stay in balance. Everybody wants Deanna's hormones to stay in balance. I'm not a nice person when my hormones are not in balance, and neither are you. Also, I like to have a normal inflammatory response. I don't want to walk around having inflammation all the time. I just want to have inflammation when my body is supposed to have inflammation to protect me in an emergency, like an injury. And so I want to feel better. Frankincense is very good for the mood and the emotions as well. So we all start and end our day. My son, when he was born, 10 minutes old, got frankincense on his crown of his head, and that is a habit that we've continued. He now takes 1 drop under the tongue now that he's 4. And again, he's part of that decision, and he communicates with us that he's cool with that, and so we're happy that he feels comfortable with that. He drinks lemon in his water. Mm-hmm. He has a stainless steel water bottle, and he drinks lemon in his water. Sometimes, yeah, I think Lisa said that she doesn't like lemon, but she likes other citrus. That's fine. Like wild orange, lime, tangerine, they all have really similar benefits in the body, and so you can switch around or pick the one you like, and that's kind of what we do. We have them all sitting by our kitchen sink so we can choose which one we're in the mood for, grapefruit or whatever. Okay? So those 2 things, frankincense and lemon, and then absolutely you want to make On Guard part of your daily health habits. I mean, you want to be prepared when you encounter cooties out in the world. Things you can't control, like you're touching people, shaking hands with people that may not have washed their hands, or they just touched their nose, or there's just stuff in the air. There's stuff everywhere. Surfaces aren't clean properly, or they're using, they're supposed to be really good cleaners, but they really don't get rid of bacteria and viruses and stuff. So you can put a drop on the bottom of each foot before you leave for home. You can I just like to put it in my hands. You can make a spray with it and spray it kind of like a hand sanitizer. We clean our house with it. We diffuse it to make the air and surfaces clean. So we make this part of our daily health regimen for sure. And again, that was another oil my son got when he was 10 minutes old. We wanted his immune system to be supported and protected. So that's another one. And then the rest kind of depend on what your body in particular needs more help with. So if you need more help digestively, like if you struggle with your digestive system not always being at the peak optimal condition, then maybe before you eat a meal, just go ahead and put a drop of Digescent on the bottoms of your feet. Or if you don't have sensitive skin, you can put it on your belly. If you're really brave, you can put a drop under your tongue. I think that's something when you're a little bit more experienced with oils that you'll feel more comfortable doing. At first, when I first tried that, I was not very happy taking it under my tongue. So, but those are all different ways you can use the digestive blend, and I would definitely do that before each meal so your body has some support as it's processing your food. Maybe even before bed, you can take a drop. If you struggle, let's say, with your skin, Melaleuca is excellent one to put into your daily health habits. I actually, I don't have it right here, but I mentioned I really struggled with my skin years ago, and I would put a little bit of aloe vera in my hand and then put a few drops of Melaleuca, and after I'd cleansed my face, I would just sort of use that as an astringent, and it made huge improvements in my skin. Like, it really is supportive to skin. So that could be a good daily health habit for you. If you struggle with respiratory stuff, Breathe would be a good daily health habit. In fact, I really recommend that you have a diffuser in your home. One thing we do is we like to diffuse during the day. We like to diffuse things that are happy smells, like uplifting smells. So if you had these top 10 oils, you could put some lemon and peppermint in the diffuser. That would make a nice uplifting smell. And at nighttime, if you struggle with respiratory stuff, like maybe you wear a mask when you sleep, maybe you snore, whatever, you just get stuffed up when you sleep or something, you can get a diffuser and you just put water inside up to where it tells you to fill it to. Put a few drops, like maybe up to 4 or 5 drops of oil, and then you turn it on. And this one's kind of cool. This is called a Lumo diffuser. I don't know if you can see that, the little mist coming out. This one runs for 2, 5, or 10 hours intermittently, and this one's kind of fun because it changes colors. And my son absolutely adores the fact that he can choose the color. And whatever mood he's in, that's the color he picks. If you're trying to sleep and you don't want a light, just turn it off. But this is giving you a really small amount of essential oil, putting it into the air over a long period of time so it can influence your mood, your breathing. It can help to cleanse the air and surfaces. So it's an important part of a daily health habit to use a diffuser. And that would be one way you could use Breathe. If you struggle with like stuff in your environment throughout the day, you can have your Breathe with you and inhale it from your hand. You could put some in your palm and then make sort of a fist and inhale it through your mouth that way. If your skin's not sensitive, you could even put some on your chest. If you have sensitive skin like me, you can see I'm very fair and red-haired. So I could get a diffuser bracelet or a diffuser necklace, and then I could inhale it off of that bracelet as well. If you struggle with anxious thoughts and feelings, you can use lavender. It's not going to put you to sleep, okay? That's not how essential oils work, okay? They're natural to your body. They give your body what it needs, and they adapt to the situation. So it's going to help your brain to calm down, your nervous system to calm down, so that you don't have those anxious feelings. And so that's something that you can put on the back of your neck, on your ears. You can inhale it from the bottle. That would be a good daily health habit for you. So maybe you struggle with muscle pain, joint pain. You've got Deep Blue. You don't have to wait till you're in pain to use oils either. So if you know you struggle with your knees and you're going to be doing a lot of walking, go ahead and put some on before. If you struggle with foot pain, go ahead and put some on before you work out. Before you walk on the treadmill, walk your dog, or whatever. So these are all some things that you can do as far as daily health habits. Let me go through here and see if I can answer some questions. I've seen some questions pop up, and we're almost out of time. Stick around, because I'm going to tell you how you can get $50 in free essential oils of your choice if you get started with your daily health habits in April. Okay? So let me go through here and see if I can take some questions. Michelle's getting ready to have a hip replacement, and she's going to be taking oils to the hospital tomorrow. I know that whenever I had my son in the hospital, I absolutely diffused On Guard, and I brought On Guard hand soap so the doctors and nurses would wash their hands with it before they touched me, because I don't really like that that gel stuff that they use. I don't think that that's actually very effective. Kelly wants to know if it would be good for somebody who can't touch wheat or touch by someone who has touched wheat. Let me see. Would it be good for someone who can't touch wheat or touched by someone who has touched wheat? So I'm not sure. I was probably talking about a specific oil when you asked that, Kelly. But if you get exposed to something that's causing your body to have a reaction, what I would do is I would take 1 drop of lemon, lavender, and peppermint, and I'd put it in a little bit of water. If you don't have water, just put a drop of each under your tongue, and it kind of just helps your body to calm down from an inappropriate reaction. So an example that I personally had, I was hiking in the woods, and I stepped in a hornet's nest. I know that's like a thing we say, but it was like a real hornet's nest. I stepped in it, and they stung me like over 40 times on my lower body, and I started to have a really crazy inflammatory reaction, an immune response, and I'm not allergic to hornets or anything, but it was a lot of venom. And so I put lemon, lavender, and peppermint under my tongue, and then I added a little frankincense for good measure. And I mean, it changed the way that I felt drastically in about 5 minutes. So yes, if you have exposure to like plants or insects or whatever, something that causes a response, try lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Throw a little frankincense or melaleuca, which is tea tree, in there if it's not subsiding. And you can use oils frequently. Like if you use a little tiny bit, like 1 drop, you can use it every 15 or 20 minutes in a really acute situation like that. Normally I wouldn't use them more than every 3 or 4 hours if I'm not feeling well or something. But in an acute situation, like you burned yourself or you're having some crazy reaction, it can help bring your body back to normal and let it do what it's supposed to do. If you're just trying to give your body extra support for every day, morning and night's really good, or like with each meal or something. I hope that answered your question. Oh, and she put On Guard underneath there. So yeah, On Guard's going to help your immune system to respond like it should. What oils would be good for rosacea? So we mentioned oils that are good for skin. So drinking lemon in your water is going to be good for skin. Lavender and frankincense and melaleuca are all great for skin. So those are things that you could put. You could get a little bit of fractionated coconut oil, and you could mix a couple of drops of the oil and put it on your face in the morning before you do your makeup and at bedtime. Yes, it is good to diffuse the oils in the hospital. As long as you're not in the ICU, they usually don't have a problem with it. And if they do, too bad. Yeah, so she diffuses lavender and breathe in her diffuser to help her sleep soundly. Are these okay around dogs? So, you just don't want to diffuse in a situation where your animals cannot leave the room. So I would say if you're like in a closed room, like I'm in a very small room, I would never want to have my dog in here with the door closed where he can't leave. Because if the oil's overwhelming to them, they know and they're instinctively going to leave. There are some oils that you really shouldn't use a lot around pets. It's different for dogs than cats. A really good resource is the dog oiler. She's got a lot of good advice for what to use on pets, and when you're a member of doTERRA, you get access to a lot of education and support, so you can ask those questions from your support community. Alright, so let me tell you how you can get $50 in free oils. Okay, so if you're like, okay, you sold me on the idea that I need to be using these every day. I've got lots of stuff I want to support. I want to be ready in emergencies. I want to be at optimal wellness. Then what you want to do is you want to get a wholesale membership to doTERRA, because when you have a wholesale membership, you get the best prices and the best deals. Wholesale members of doTERRA get 25% off of the retail prices, plus when they place an order after that, they get anywhere from 10 to 30% back in free product rewards. That helps you to be able to afford the oils that you're using every day, and get some of the more expensive ones like frankincense for free with your points. That's very generous, and I've been so grateful that I've never had to spend over $50 of my own money on essential oils because I was able to save my points up and get them for free. I just cashed in 172 points just today in free oils, and that was all stuff that I was really needing to replace, and so it's really nice that I'm a member and I have those reward points. You get your shipping refunded back in free product rewards, so it's kind of like getting free shipping. Plus, the really cool thing, too, is that you get to be part of a community. So, hopefully, if somebody took the time to invite you to watch this Magic Beans video, they obviously care about you and your health. That's the person you would talk to about helping you to get started. They'll get credit for referring you. And in the month of April, if you get a starter kit, kind of like the one I showed you with the top 10 oils, there's a kit called the Home Essentials Kit that I was referring to tonight that's got those oils plus a diffuser. If you would choose any starter kit in April, you and the friend who referred you to doTERRA are going to get $50 in free oils on May the 4th. You can cash in those 50 points for anything you want, and that is a really cool offer, and I like that they're giving it to the person that referred you as well. So whoever invited you to watch this video, ask them, can you help me get set up with a starter kit so I get my membership free, and I get connected to somebody that's going to help me learn how to use my oils, and I'll be prepared for all those unexpected things that happen in life, plus I can give my body the support it needs to operate at optimal levels. So, they will be happy to help you. If you're watching this because you saw an advertisement or you just like our page, please contact me. I'm more than happy to help you get set up. I'll give you a personal consultation so that we can get you on your personalized regimen just for you that's going to meet your specific needs. And, of course, you'll get that $50 in free oils. So make sure if you're a first-time guest that you shared that you were a guest and tag the person that invited you so we can get you connected with a free ebook and enter you into a drawing only for live viewers for a drawing for our rollerball. So thank you so much for being here. We'll be back here next Sunday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Invite a friend next week with you. It's more fun to watch with a friend, and you can make fun of me, you know, off to the side on your own little messenger as I play with my hair on my video. So it's always more fun when you're doing that with a friend. I appreciate you guys watching, and have an awesome week. Shine on.